without further ado, this is Chicago. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are about to see a story of murder, greed, corruption, violence, exploitation, adultery, and treachery. All those things we all hold near and dear to our hearts. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Onks Club is proud to present Chicago's hottest show in the world. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz, start the car, I know a whoopty spot where the gin is cold but the piano's hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl and all that jazz. And all that jazz, ha-cha, whoopee. And all that jazz. Slick your hair away your buckle shoes. And all that jazz, I hear the phone, the dick is gonna blow the blues. And all that jazz, hut and hug, we're gonna bunny hug. Bought some aspirin down at United Drug in case we shake apart. Want a brand new start to do that jazz. Oh, listen, your husband ain't home, is he? No, her husband is not at home. Find a flask, we're playing fast and loose. And all that jazz, right up here is where I store the juice. And all that jazz, come on babe, we're gonna brush the sky. Bet you're lucky Lindy never flew so high in the stratosphere. How did he land up here to all that jazz? Oh, you're gonna see your Sheba shimmy shake and all that jazz. Oh, she's gonna shimmy till her garters break and all that jazz. She'll wear a Parker girdle. Oh, her mother's bottle girdle. Did she hear her baby's queer for all that jazz? Don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz, come on babe, we're gonna brush the sky. Bet you're lucky Lindy never flew so high. All that jazz. Hey, what's the hurry? Amos ain't gonna be home till midnight. Hey, I don't like you to feel like I'm nagging or anything, but don't you think it's about time for me to meet your friend down at the Onyx? It's been a month since you told him about me. You're not going away, right? It's getting late. I've been thinking a lot about my anthem, and you know what come to me? Have something more different going on, you know? And once I get a name for myself, maybe we can open up a club in Fareham, you know? You could run it, and I could be the headliner. Get off. What's the idea? Wake up, kiddo. You ain't ever gonna have an act. Face it, Roxy. You're two big towers with skinny legs, and I'm just a furniture salesman. But you got connections. You know that guy down at the club? There's no guy. So you never told anyone about me? Sugar, you're hot stuff. I would say anything to get a piece of that. Let's just leave it at that. Fred, you can't do this to me. Hey, you get off. You touch me again, I'll put your lights out. You're a liar, Fred. Oh, yeah? So what? Oh, Fred. Oh, Fred. What? Nobody walks on me. But sweetheart. Don't sweetheart me, you son of a bitch. Hacha. Jazz. No! No, I'm no one's wife, but oh, I love my life and all that jazz. Roxy's bedroom. Why'd you get a murder weapon? I keep a gun in the underwear drawer, just in troubles, That's just fine. Sign right here, Mr. Hart. For you, gladly, really gladly. And mind that you don't say we beat you up when we at the witness stand. No, I gave myself up. Surrender at my own free will. It's indeed you're the murderer. Oh, shooting a burglar isn't murder. Just last week, jury sent a man. I'm always grateful if the citizens know the law. Okay, from the top. Well, I come home from the garage, I see him climbing through the window, and my wife Roxy just lying there, sleeping like an angel. Is that true? I'm telling you, that's the truth. My wife has nothing to do with it. She won't hurt a worm, not even a worm, until I fired the first shot. Then she opened her eyes. She was so me-how asleep, I would say she sleeps in charisma prey. When I think of what would have happened if I went off for a beer with the guys instead of coming straight home, makes me sick to even think about it. For her first number, Miss Roxy Hart would like to sing a song of loving devotion to her dear husband, Amos. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, but he doesn't care. He'll string along. He loves me so, that funny honey of mine. Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm up, but he follows round like some droopy hype pup. He loves me so, that funny honey of mine. He ain't no sheik, that's no great physique, and Lord knows he ain't got the smarts. Oh, but look at that soul. I tell you that hole is a whole lot greater than the sum of his parts. And if you knew him like me, I know you'd agree. What if the world slandered my name? Well, he'd be right there, taking the blame. He loves me so, and it all suits me fine. That sunny, funny, honey, hubby of mine. And suppose if he violated or something. You know what I mean, violated? I know what you mean. Or something. Like, think how terrible it would have been. It's a good thing I got home from work on time. I'm telling you that. He loves me so, that funny honey of mine. The name of deceased is Fred Casely. Fred Casely? How could that be a burglar? My wife knows him. He sold us our furniture. He gave us 10% off. And Lord knows he ain't got the smarts. You told me he was the burglar. I'm covering for her. She lied to me. She told me he was a burglar. And I'd say I did because I was sure to get off. Help me, Amy. She said it's my goddamn hour of need. Now he shot off his trap. I can't stand that sap. And I believe that cheap little tramp. She's too smart on me, huh? And I protected her. I'm in the garage with my butt 14 hours a day. And now she promoted to a bonbon, traveling around like some goddamn pussy. I can't take it. This time she pushed too far. I didn't shoot him. Fool, what a sap I was. So look at him go, ratting on me. With just one more brain, what a half-wit he'd be. If they string me up, we'll all know who brought the twine. That scummy, crummy, dummy, hubby of mine. You double-crosser! You big bluffer-mouth! You promised you'd stay! What are you talking about? You've been setting me up, Roxy! You told me it was a burglar! God damn it! You are a disloyal husband! Look, it's true, I shot him, but it was self-defense. He was trying to burgle me. From what I hear, he's been burgled you 3 times a week for the last month. Your story doesn't work, Mrs. Hart, so try this emphasize. Fred Casely was a good time on the side, but Goofy here's a meal ticket. Meal ticket? He couldn't buy my liquor. And Fred Casely could, with a wife and 5 little Casleys, or he forgot to mention them. What? The bastard! Yes, I killed him and I would kill him again! What? Oh, once was enough. Take it downtown, come on. Take it while you can, the case is down. District Attorney Harrison says this is a hanging case. Hanging? I'm ready to go to the jury tomorrow. Not so confident anymore, are ya? take her to the Cook County Jail. Here we go. I'm gonna need the lyrics here. Here we go. Pop, 6, squish. Cicero, Lipschitz. And now, the 6 merry murderesses of the Cook County Jail in their rendition of the Cell Block Tango. Pop, 6, squish, Cicero, Lipschitz. Pop, 6, squish, Cicero, Schwitz. He had it coming, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. 6, squish, Cicero, Lipschitz. Pop, 6, squish, Cicero, Lipschitz. He had it coming. You know how people have these little habits that get you down? Like Bernie. Bernie, he liked to chew gum. No, not chew. Pop. So one day I'm coming home and I'm irritated and I'm looking for a little sympathy. And there's Bernie sitting on the couch, chewing gum. No, not chewing. Popping. So I said to him, you pop that gun one more time. And he did. So I took the shotgun off the wall and fired 2 warning shots into his head. He had it coming, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. He had it coming. I met Ezekiel Young from Salt Lake City about 2 years ago, and he told me he was single, and we hit it off right away. So we started living together. He'd go to work, he'd come home, I'd fix him a drink, we'd have dinner, and then I find out, single, he told me, single my ass. Not only was he married, oh no, he had 6 wives, one of those Mormons, you know. So that night when he came home from work, I fixed him his drink as usual. You know, some guys just can't hold their arsenic. He had it coming, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. Now I'm standing in the kitchen carving up a chicken for dinner. In comes my husband Wilbur in a jealous rage. "You've been screwing the milkman," he said. He was crazy, and he just kept on screaming, "You've been screwing the milkman!" And then he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times. He had it coming, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. Miet kerket edet, az monjak hoja hierms lakom lefogat afer shemet. En meglek samtama fajet, benomigas, en artantan vagyak, nempodom, mert monja ankol sam hogientetem, probartam, arred korsen meg marianzi denem etert meg. Yeah, but did you do it? Not guilty. He had it coming. He had it coming. My sister Veronica and I had this double act, and my husband Charlie traveled around with us. Now, for the last number of our act, we did these 20 acrobatic tricks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 splits, spread eagles, backflips, flip-flops, one right after the other. So this one night before the show, we're down at the Hotel Cicero. 3 of us boozing, having a few laughs, and we ran out of ice. So I go out to get some. I come back, open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie doing number 17, the spread eagle. Well, I was in such a state of shock. I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. It wasn't until later when I was washing the blood off my hands I even knew they were dead. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. I didn't do it, but if I'd done it, how could you tell me that I was wrong? They had it coming. They had it coming. He took a flower in its prime, and then he used it, and he abused it, shits more than I can possibly say. He was a real autistic guy, you know, sensitive, a painter. He'd go out every night trying to find himself, and every night he was on looking for himself. On the way, he found Ruth, Gladys, Rosemary, and Irving. I guess you could say we broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as alive, and I saw him dead. The dirty bomb, 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 dirty bomb, 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 bomb. They had it coming, they had it coming, they had it coming all along. 'Cause if they use us and they abuse us, how could you tell us that we were wrong? They had it coming, they had it coming, only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would the same. You pop that gum one more time. If you pop that gum one more time, squish. Cicero, pop. 6. Squish. Cicero. Lip shits. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the keeper of the keys, the Countess of the Clink, the mistress of Murderers Row, Matron Mama Morton. Ask any of the chickies in my pen. They'll tell you I'm the biggest mother hen. I love them all and all of them love me. Because the system works, the system called reciprocity. Got a little motto, always sees me through. When you're good to mama, mama's good to you. There's a lot of favors I am prepared to do. You do one for mama, she'll do one for you. They say that life is tit for tat, and that's the way I live. So I deserve a lot of tat for what I got to give. Don't you know that this hand washes that one too? When you're good to mama, mama is good to you. You must be hot. You're a pretty one. Thank you, ma'am. Why don't you call me Mama? I can take care of you. You'll be happy down in the block. Murderers Row, we call it. Oh, is it nice? I don't think I'm really belonging here. I didn't actually do anything wrong. Don't need to tell me, honey. I never heard of a man getting killed when you get used to just come to talk. Hey, Mama, come here. Velma Kelly? You're the Velma Kelly. You know I was there that night. I was there that night you got arrested. Yeah, you and half of Chicago. Now go away, Blondie. Look at this, Mama. Another story of me announcing in Red Book magazine. The papers call me Crime of the Year. And they say not in memory do we recall so finishing horrible and double homicide. Maybe you couldn't buy that publicity. Couldn't buy it? I guess I can keep these then. Gives Mama the money. You took care of Mama and I take care of you. I talked to Billy Flynn. Now, Billy Flynn said a travel on March 5th, March 7th you would be quit. On March 8th, you know what Mama gonna do for you? Mama gonna put you back in the vaudeville too. I've been in the vaudeville too. What kind of dough we talking about? Well, I can talk to the boys over William Morris. With your recent sensational activity, they seem to be thinking of giving you $2,500. $2,500? The most me and Veronica made is $35,000. Yeah, that was before the Cicero and Billy Flynn and Mama. You know what, Mama? I always wanted to play in Big Jim Canassus Most. Think you can get me that? The gyms? I don't know. That's another story. It's gonna take you another phone call. How much is that gonna cost? Come on, Velma, I care about you. You're like family to me. You're like one of my own. I'll do it for $50. $50 for a phone call? You must have got a lot of wrong numbers, Mama. If you want my gravy, pepper my ragu, spice it up for Mama, she'll get hot for you. When they pass that basket, folks contribute too. You put in for Mama, she'll put out for you. The folks atop the ladder are the ones the world adores. So boost me up, my ladder kid, and I'll boost you up yours. Let's all stroke together like the Princeton crew. When you're stroking Mama, Mama's stroking you. So what's the one conclusion I can bring this number to? When you're good to Mama, Mama is good to you. Okay, ladies, you know how much it costs. 50? Are you kidding me? 100? Now we're talking. Who the hell do you want to talk to? Our dear husbands. I see. What a pity for you, because they're fucking dead. Oh gosh, we forgot. Please go away before I kill you, you jerk. Miss Hunyak? Not guilty. Yeah, honey, you can say that during the whole play and nobody will believe that. The only thing she can say. And you, sweetheart, what do you want? No, I just bring this for Miss Kelly. Oh, there she is. Oh, Miss Kelly, that's your personals. It's my pleasure. Hey, listen, can I ask you something? You know that Harrison guy? He said what I've done is a hanging case, and he's prepared to ask for the maximum penalty. Yeah, so? So I'm scared. I'd surely appreciate some advice, especially from someone I admire as much as you. Since I can remember, I've wanted to be on the stage. Yeah, what's your talent? Washing and drying? No, I dance in the chorus. That was before I met my husband. Look, honey, you want some advice? Here it is, direct from me to you. Keep your paws off my underwear, okay? Yeah, okay. Thanks for nothing. She's so nice, isn't she? Roxy, relax. In this town, murder's a form of entertainment. Besides, in 47 years, Cook County has never hung a woman yet. So even if it's 47 and 1, they won't hang you. I'd like to help you, baby. So tell me, Roxy, what are you going to tell the jury? I guess I'll tell them the truth. The truth? To tell the truth is really stupid. Jesus, Mary Joseph, what am I going to do? Maybe you're talking to the wrong people. You see, murder's like a divorce. The reason doesn't count. It's the grounds. What is your circumstance in self-defense? Yeah, what is your ground? My ground is that I didn't do it. So who did? Well, for sure, I don't know. I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. Only thing to be sure is I didn't do it. I'm the best ground in the world, right, Mama? You wish. How can I get good grounds? Ask your lawyer. I don't have a lawyer. Well, as they say, you have a lot of shit above, my dear. What you really need is Billy Flynn. Who? Billy Flynn, the best criminal lawyer in all Illinois, Chicago. How do I get in touch with Billy Flynn? Not by prayer, dear. First you give me $100, then I'll make the phone call. $100? And how much does he get? $5,000. $5,000? He's never lost a case for a female client yet. Every girl in this place would kill to have Billy Flynn representing them. So how can I get $5,000? How can I get $5,000? Think, Roxy, think. Oh, I know. Amos. Billy, we want Billy. Give us B-I-double-L-Y. We're all his. He's our kind of guy. And ooh, what luck, 'cause here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the silver tongue, prince of the courtrooms, the one and only Billy Flynn. care about expensive things, cashmere coats, diamond rings. Don't mean a thing. All I care about is love. That's what he's here for. I don't care wearing silk cravats, ruby studs, satin spats. Don't mean a thing. All I care about is love. All he cares about is love. Give me two eyes of blue, softly saying I need you. Let me see her standing there, an honest mister, I'm a millionaire. I don't care about fine attire, Vanderbilt might admire. No, no, not me. All I care about is love. All he cares about is love. It may seem odd, all I care about is love. That's what he's here for. Bum ba bum ba bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum bum. All I care about is love. All he cares about is love. Show me long raven hair flowing down to about there. When I see her running free, keep your money, that's enough for me. I don't care for having Packard care cars, smoking long black cigars. No, no, not me. All I care about is love. I don't care for having Packard cars, smoking long black cigars. No, no, not me. All I care about is twisting the wrist that's turning the screw. All I care about is love. All he cares about is love. Hello, Andy. Amos, my name is Amos. That's right, take a seat. You know, you're a remarkable man. Your wife used you twice and you're sticking by her. Actually, you're a hero in my eyes. That's right, I'm a hero. Did you bring the rest of the $5,000? Plus this $300 I borrowed from the guy down at the garage and the $700 from the building and lawn fund. That's $2,000. And that's all I got so far, but I'd give you 20 of my salary every week. I'd give you a note with interest, double, triple, until every cent is paid, I promise. You are a liar. You came to me yesterday. I didn't ask if she's guilty. I didn't ask if she's innocent. I didn't ask if she's drunk or a dope. No. All I said was, do you have $5,000? You said yes, but you don't have $5,000. So I figure you're a dirty liar, and I don't waste my time with dirty liars. Look, I'm really sorry, Mr. Flynn. On the other hand, your devotion to your wife is really very touching. I'll take your wife's case, and I'll keep it. Because I play square. Now look, I don't like to blow my own horn, but believe me, if Jesus Christ lived in Chicago today, and if he had $5,000 and he came to me, things would have turned out differently. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. For tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have Roxy names at the front page of every newspaper in town. Sweetest little jazz killer in Chicago. That's the angle I'm after. You make an announcement, we're gonna have an auction. Tell them we gotta raise some money for the defense. They'll buy everything that she touches. Everything. Her shoes, her dresses, her perfumes, her underwear. Underwear? Yeah, so then we can make the rest of the $5,000. I would say I'd give you the 20% of everything we make over that. That's what I call play square. I don't know, Mr. Flynn. I would say that you don't have any choice. At least you give me the rest of the $5,000. Okay, Roxy, in a few minutes it's going to be a big press conference here. There'll be a bunch of photographers and reporters. I don't figure why we have any problem with them. So first thing we got to do is work up some sympathy from the press. And I'll push it like some merry sunshine. Chicago's a tough town. It's getting so tough that they shoot the girls right after the audience. But there's one thing they can't resist, and that's a reformed sinner. So I decided to rewrite the story of your life, from convent to jail. What? Follow me. Who do you want it to be? A nun. A nun? Where were you born? On a chicken farm outside Lopac. Beautiful setting home. Feel every luxury and refinement. Where's your parents now? Probably on front porch in their rocking chair. They're dead. family fortune swept away, you're educated as a Sacred Heart. Then you fell into a runaway marriage, left you miserable, alone, unhappy. Of course you got all swept up in a mad world. The city, jazz, cabarets, liquors. You're drawn like a moth to a flame. A moth? Now I'm the man who will assist you, and you're a butterfly, crushed on a wheel. Wait, what'd you say? Is it the moth or the butterfly? You have sin in your soul, and you are sorry. God, that's beautiful. So when they ask you why you killed him, the only thing you can remember is that he threatened to kill you. You could still see him coming with his awful look in his eyes. And get this, you both reached for the gun. That's your ground. Thank you, gentlemen. Miss Sunshine, my client just entered pleads of not guilty. We look forward to the trial at the earliest possible dates. Now, is there any question, Miss Sunshine? As you know, my paper is dry. Do you have any advice for young girls seeking to avoid the life of jazz and drink? Absolutely yes. Mrs. Hart feels that it was the tragic combination of liquor and jazz which led to the downfall. Next question, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to say how flattered I am that you all came to see me. You see, I was a moth, crushed on a wheel. You know, butterfly drawn to the... I bet you want to know why I shot the bastard. Shut up, dummy. Mr. Billy Flynn in the press conference. Notice how his mouth never moves. Almost. Here we go. And get this, you both reached for the gun. That's your ground, self-defense. Mr. Flynn, the reporters are here. Let him in. Sit down, you dummy. Where'd you come from? Mississippi. And your parents very wealthy. Where are they now? 6 feet under. Though she's granted one more star at the convent of the Sacred Heart. Where'd you get here? 1920. How old were you? Don't remember. Then what happened? I met Amos, and he stole my heart away. Convinced me to elope one day. Oh, poor girl, I can't believe what you've been through. A convent girl, a runaway marriage. Now tell us, Roxy, who's Fred Casely? Who's Fred Casely? My ex-boyfriend. Why'd you shoot him? I was leaving. Was he angry? Like a madman. Till I said, Fred, move along. She knew that she was doing wrong. Then describe it. He came toward me with the pistol from my bureau. Did you fight him like a tiger? He had strength and she had none, and yet they both reached for the gun. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both reached for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, they both reached for the gun, for the gun. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both reached for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. They both reached for the gun, for the gun. Understandable, understandable. Yes, it's perfectly understandable. Comprehensible, comprehensible. Not a bit reprehensible. It's so defensible. How you feeling? Very frightened. Are you sorry? Are you kidding? What's your statement? All I say is, though my choo-choo jumped the track, I'd give my life to get him back. Stay away from jazz and liquor and the men who play for fun. That's the thought that came upon me when we both reached for the gun. Understandable, understandable. Yes, it's perfectly understandable. Comprehensible, comprehensible. Not a bit reprehensible. It's so defensible. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both reached for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, they both reached for the gun, for the gun. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both reached for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. They both reached for the gun, for the gun. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both reached for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, they both reached for the gun, for the gun. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both reached for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. They both reached for the gun, for the gun. city has taken a new criminal in charge. Let me remind you, the name is Roxy Hart. The sweetest lady ever accused of murder in Chicago. Women want to look like her. Fellows want to go out with her. Some little girls even want to take her home. Don't get any idea, little lady. At the scene of the crime, everybody wants a little piece of Roxy Hart. The jaw would send her husband back $20. Seems everybody these days is looking for Roxy Hart. So, kiddo, you any thought on what you want to do after Billy gets you off? Yeah, I think I'd like to go on stage. I figure as much. I already called the Morris office. Really? How much is that going to cost me? It's a fairly deal. 10% of all your takings. Yeah, we'll see, Mama. Besides, I don't even have an act yet. Killing Fred Casely was your act. That solo steps in the audience. That song is my favorite. It's a freak act. Besides, I'm better than that. Of course you are. I mean, you can be as big as Sophie Tago. Just think of that. You know, I always wanted to have my name on the papers. Before I met Amos, I used to date this wealthy dude, ugly bootlegger. He used to take me out and show me off. Ugly guys like to do that. Once it said in the paper, gangland is seen with cute blonde. That was me. You know, all my life I wanted to have my own act. But no, they always turned me down. One big world full of no. And then Amos came along. Save sweet Amos, who never says no. I've never done this before, but it's such a special night, and you are such a great audience. I feel like I can really talk to you, you know? So forget what you read in the papers and on the radio, because I'm going to tell you the truth. In the bed apartment, Amos was 0. I mean, he made love to me. It goes like, he was fixing a carburetor or something. I love you, honey. Anyway, I start to fool around, and I start screwing around. And then I met Fred Casely. He said he could get me into a film. But that didn't quite work out like I had planned. So I gave up the whole idea. If you can't figure out, all these opportunities just pass you. But now, with all this publicity... The name on everybody's lips is gonna be Roxy. The lady raking in the chips is gonna be Roxy. I'm gonna be a celebrity. That means somebody everyone knows. They're gonna recognize my eyes, my hair, my teeth, my boobs, my nose. From just some dumb mechanic's wife, I'm gonna be a Roxy, who says that murder's not an art, and who, in case she doesn't hang, can say she started with a bang. Roxy Hart. They're gonna wait outside in line to get to see Sing It, Roxy. Think of those autographs I'll sign. Good luck to ya, Roxy. And I'll appear in a lavalier that goes all the way down to my waist. Here a ring, there a ring, everywhere a ring, but always in the best of taste. I'm a star, and the audience loves me, and I love them for loving me, and we love each other. And that's just because none of us got any love in our childhood, and that's showbiz, kid. She's giving up her humdrum life. She's gonna be Roxy. She made a scandal and a start, and Sophie Tucker will shit, I know, to see her name get billed below. Roxy Hart. Roxy. 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 Those are my boys. The newspaper says Roxy rocks Chicago. Yeah, this one says Roxy's night is registered in $200. I just can't take it anymore, Mama. I'm not a jealous person. No, sure you're not. Oh, shut up. The thing is that I can't go anywhere without hearing about that dumb tomato and not be nervous. I got some bad news, kid. Tell her. The tour's been canceled. What? Your name is out of the paper too long. What we read about today, it's that Hart kid. She's hot. She is. And what am I supposed to do? Suck up to her like everybody else? It couldn't hurt. Come on, ladies. You have to come back to the cell. Hey, Miss Roxy, do you know what I realized today? I have no idea, and I really don't care, Miss Kelly. Let me tell you, you're exactly the same size as my sister. I mean, you fit into her costumes perfectly. Really? Yeah, and I'm just thinking, with all the publicity piled up between us, when Billy gets us off, it would be natural to do an act together. You think so? Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Velma Kelly in an act of desperation. My sister and I had an act that couldn't flop. My sister and I were headed straight for the top. My sister and I carried 1,000 a week at least. But my sister is now unfortunately deceased. It's sad, of course, but a fact is still a fact. And now all that remains is the remains of a perfect double act. Watch this. Now you got to imagine it with two people. First I, then she, then we. But I can't do it alone. Then she, then I, then we. But I can't do it alone. She'd say, what's your sister like? I'd say, men, yuck, yuck, yuck. She'd say, you're the cat's meow. Then we'd wow the crowd again. When she'd go, I'd go. We'd go. And when the two-bit Johnnies dated him brown, I'd cheer the best attraction in town. They'd nearly see the balcony down. And we'd say, okay, boys, we're going home. But before we do, here's a few more parting shots. And then we did this in perfect unison. So what'd you think? Oh, I can't say. Come on, you can say. I know you're right. The first part is shit. But the second part's really nifty. All right? Then she, then we, then we. But I can't do it alone. She'd say, what's your sister like? I'd say, men, yuck, yuck, yuck. She'd say, you're the cat's meow. Then we'd wow the crowd again. When she'd go, I'd go. We'd go. And then those two boys, Johnnies, did him in brown to cheer the best attraction in town. Nearly tore the balcony down. Now you've seen me going through it. You may think there's nothing to it, but I simply cannot do it. Don't bother. You think you're fooling me? You're all washed up, and it's me they want now, and I'm the big star. Single. It's nothing personal. Oh, I almost forgot. You're in the paper too today. On the back. Sure, nothing personal. And now, for all you Chicago's stay-up-laters, night hours would only come alive at the dark. We dedicate this tune. Oh, there's no music for that one. Skip ahead. The lights are yellow. They're pointing from the middle stage. It's county jail. There's Billy with Miss Baxter. Miss Baxter, Mary Sunshine from the Evening Star, would you mind saying a word or two? Sure, I'll say things. Go to hell! Please direct your question to the council. Tell the council I want my money back. Are you sorry, dear? Yes, sorry that I got caught. Miss Baxter, did you know these two ladies personally? Did I know these two ladies personally? Was that your question? Yeah, that was my... She's very hot spirit, isn't she, Miss Baxter? Hey, Mr. Flynn. Yeah, hi, Tracy. It's Roxy. Yeah, sure, I'm just kidding. Did you get my trial date yet? I'm on top of your list, right? Go to hell! What a nightmare, huh? And social-like, too. Her mother owns all the pineapples in Hawaii. All right, that's all for questions, and I'd be happy to get back to you myself. Billy! How does it feel, kid? Pretty soon we couldn't find your name in the papers. Mr. Flynn? Oh, my God, Roxy! What is it to you? Oh, no. Don't worry about me. I only hope the fall didn't hurt the baby. Baby? Shit. Well, we'll need a doctor to swear that statement in court. I would just like to say that my own life doesn't matter now. It's just that of my unborn child. I don't see how you could possibly delay the trial another second, Mr. Flynn. My readers wouldn't stand for it. The poor child, to have a baby born in jail. I can assure you she'll come to trial at the earliest possible moment. And you can quote me on that. Hey, everybody, I'm the father. Roxy, honey, it's me. It's Daddy. Roxy? Oh, I think it's sweet. First time we ever had one of our girls knocked up. I've got it, and it's brilliant. I'm going to get Amos to divorce you. That way all the sympathy will go to you, not him. You'll be the poor little deserted mother-to-be, and that crumb is running out on you. That's my kid! That's my kid! I'm the father! Papa! Dada, did you hear me? Did ya? It's the story of my life. Nobody knows I'm around. Nobody. Not even my parents noticed me. One day I went to school, and when I came home, they'd moved. Someone stood up in a crowd and raised his voice out real loud and waved his arms and shook his legs, you'd notice him. If someone in the movie show yelled, "Fire in the second row! This whole place is a powder keg!" you'd notice him. And even without clucking like a hen, everyone gets noticed now and then. Unless, of course, that personage should be invisible, inconsequential. Me. Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. I tell ya, Cellophane should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. Suppose you was a little cat, residing in a parson's flat, who fed you fish and scratched your ears, you'd notice him. Suppose you was a woman wed, and sleeping in a double bed beside one man for 7 years, you'd notice him. A human being's made of more than air. With all that bulk, you're bound to see him there. Unless that human being next to you is unimpressive, undistinguished, you know. Should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, I never know I'm there. I tell ya, Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right Who says it wasn't? It was the kid's name I was thinking about. You know when she's due, September. You don't want to pass those cigars right away. I don't want to give a damn on these people. People what? Laughing. Laughing? Why would they laugh? They can count. September. In the first copy of Roxy's statement from DA office, she said she hasn't copulated with you in 4 months prior to the incidents. She would know. Yeah, I guess we're done no copulating since... Wait a minute. That doesn't figure out. I couldn't be the father. Well, forget about that. My client needs your support. You mean she needs a meal ticket? It's all I ever been. This time she's gone too far. What you gonna do, divorce her? You're damn right. I'll divorce her. She probably wouldn't even notice. Yeah, I'm sorry. A human being's made of more than air. With all that bulk, you're down to see him there. Unless that human being next to you is unimpressive, undistinguished, you should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. I tell you, Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can walk right by me, look right through me, and never know I'm there. Never even know I'm there. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. I've been waiting for you for 10 minutes. Don't do that again. So I got Amos finally found for the divorce, and now I can get him on the stand admitting that he's done a terrible mistake and that he still loves you. And of course you still love him. And now the jury will fall in love all over themselves, and they will play Cupid to make you get back together again. Smart, huh? And when Amos is on the stand, I want you to be knitting a baby garment. Knitting? For Christ's sake, I don't know how to knit. Then learn. I'm sick of everybody telling me what to do, and you treat me like some dump, common criminal. But you're some dump common criminal. Well, it's better than be a greasy mitt lawyer who is to be saving your ass. Or maybe you'd like to appeal on court without me. Maybe I could. Have you read the morning papers lately? They love me. There might be a lot more when you hang. You know why? Because it sells more papers. You're fired! I quit. Any lawyer in this town would die to have my case. You're a phony celebrity. You're a flash. And in a couple of weeks, no one will give a shit about you. That's Chicago. The lights are red, pointing to the county jail. No, not guilty. What happened? It's Hunyak. She lost the last appeal. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Next week she's going to be executed. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your pleasure and entertainment, we proudly present Katala Kalinski and her famous Hungarian Disappearing Act. This is Mary Sunshine, coming to you from the Cook County Jail, where history has been made today. Katalin Helinski became the first woman in the state of Illinois to be executed. Her last words were, "not guilty." I'm sorry, Billy. I'll do whatever you say. You're clear with everything you have to do on the stand? Yes, I've been up all night rehearsing. What do you do when Harrison comes after you? I sit still and look straight ahead, never look the jury, and never look modest. And say nothing, that's the deal. You ask me back, I do all the talking and stuff. Absolutely, Billy. Good, are you ready? Yeah. Billy, I'm scared. Don't be. I've been around a long time, believe me, you got nothing to worry about. It's all a circus. 3-ring circus, the trial, the whole world. It's all show business. And kid, you're working with a star. Give 'em the old razzle-dazzle, razzle-dazzle 'em. Give 'em an act with lots of flash in it, and the reaction will be passionate. Give 'em the old hocus-pocus, reed and feather 'em. How can they see with sequins in their eyes? disgusting. Razzle dazzle, and they'll never catch one. Give up the old razzle dazzle, give them a show that's so splendiferous. Row after row will grow vociferous. Give them the old flim frolics, fool and fracturum. How can they hear the truth above the roar? Roar, throw on the fake and off a nagel. They'll never know you're just a bagel. Razzle dazzle, and they'll beg you for more. Give them the old razzle dazzle. Back in the days of old Methuselah, everyone loves the big bamboozler. Give them the old three-ring circus, stun and stagger 'em. When you're in trouble, go into your dance. Though you are stiffer than a girder, they'll let you get away with murder. Razzle dazzle them, and you got a romance. Okay. Let me go back to. Okay, here we go. Give them the old razzle dazzle them. Give them an act that's unassailable. They'll wait a year till you're available. Give them the old double whammy, daze and dizzy 'em. Show 'em the first-rate sorcerer you are. Long as you keep 'em way off balance, how can they see you got no talent? Razzle dazzle 'em, razzle dazzle 'em, razzle dazzle 'em, and they'll make you a star. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we present Justice. The state of Illinois presents Miss Roxy Hart for the murder of Fred Casely. The state called Mr. Amos Hart. Hello, Amos. Amos, that's right, Mr. Flynn. Amos, when did you file suit for divorce? A month ago. Was there any reason for filing at this particular time? I'd say the newspaper said Roxy was expecting a little stranger. That's hardly a cause for divorce, isn't it? Don't tell me. You mean you doubted the fraternity of the child? Most sure. Hey, you tell me, Hart, since you ever questioned Roxy herself, did you even bother to ask her if you were the father of the child? No, sir. No what? If you confirm that you were wrong, you'd be man enough in a minute. You would take her back if Roxy swore that you're the father of the child, which she does. She does? She does. No more questions. You can step down. Well done, Andy. Roxy, I'm so sorry. The defense calls Roxy Hart. Roxy Hart on the stand. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Roxy Hart finally takes the stand in her own defense. Order. Proceed, Mr. Flynn. Roxy, I've heard a statement that you admitted having illicit relations with the deceased Fred Casely. Is that statement true or false? I'm afraid that's true. You're an honest girl, Roxy. When did you first meet Fred Casely? When he sold Amos and me off furniture. In your personal relationship with him, you told the jury when that began. When I permitted him to escort me home one night, I don't think I would have gone with him, well, if Mr. Hart and me hadn't quarreled that very morning. Quarrel? Well, I suppose it's his fault. Oh, no, sir. It was my fault. I suppose I just couldn't stop pestering him. I didn't like him working those long hours at the garage. I wanted him home with me, to darn his socks and iron his shirts. I wanted a real home, a child. So you drifted into this illicit relationship because you're unhappy at home. Yes, most unhappy. Roxy Hart, the state has accused you of the murder of Fred Casely. Are you guilty or not? I'm not guilty. I killed him, I did, but I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. Roxy, did you recall that night of June 14th? Could you tell the jury in your own words the happening of that night? When Fred came over, I told him good news, that me and Amos were going to have a baby, and that it was all over between us. What happened then? Did he threaten you, Roxy? Objection, Your Honor. Counsel's leading the witness. Sustained. What does Casely say when you told him the news? I'll kill you before I see you have another man's child. And then in a passion, he tore off my robe and he threw me on the bed, and Mr. Hart's pistol was lying there between us. And then we both reached for the gun, and I got it first, and then he came towards me with this awful look in his eyes. He was angry and wild, and did you think he might kill you? It was his life or yours, and I chose mine. I closed my eyes, and I shot to defend your life and to save my husband's innocent, unborn child. Razzle-dazzle-love, 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 and they'll make you a star. Here in the courtroom, Mrs. Hart's behavior has been truly extraordinary. Opening her eyes, she fenced herself away with her attorney's handkerchief. Handkerchief, shh. Poor child has no relief. She looks around now, seeming to want it's a glass of water. Oh, Mama, that was my bit. I told Billy I wanted to do that at my trial. But now her eyes flatter wildly, and Mrs. Hart has fainted again. She flumps over her chiffon dress up around her knees, revealing a glimpse of blue garter with rhinestone buckle. Oh, Mama, she stole my garter. She stole my garter. Don't break the radio. First she steals my publicity. Then she steals my lawyer, my trial date. Now she stole my goddamn garter. What do you expect? I mean, these days you get a little success and it's good riddance to the people who put you there. Ain't no justice in the world, and there's nothing you can do about it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mary Sunshine reporting live from the Cook County Courthouse. The city of Chicago has come to a complete standstill as the trial of the century draws to a close. Mrs. Hart sits quietly at the defense table, hands folded. What fate has installed for her? There's a hustle over the courtroom as the 12 men of the jury come back slowly to their seats. Gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict? We have, Your Honor. The defendant, please rise. What is your verdict? We, the jury, find the defendant. Come on, move it. You have to see what's going on in there. A woman just shot her husband and mother. It's awful, but terribly. But what a story. Hey, don't you want to take my picture? I'm the famous Roxy Hart. What happens? What the hell happens? Chicago, kid. You were found not guilty. That's what happened. What about my publicity, Billy? My name in the papers. I was counting on that. You got $5,000. What do I get? I get nothing. You're a free woman, Roxy Hart, and God save Illinois. My exit music, please. Dun, 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 dun. No, no, not me. All I care about is love. All I care about is love. Roxy, what do you want? I want you to come home. You said you wanted to. And the baby. Baby? What baby? Oh, Jesus. What do you take me for? There ain't no baby. There ain't no baby? They didn't even want my picture. I just can't understand that. What? Why didn't they even want my picture? My exit music, please. Nothing? Okay. Oh, go on. Oh, go on. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Roxy Hart says goodbye. Almost there. Here we go. Sorry, folks, I just need my sheet music. Where is it? Alright. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. I have this one. Definitely have this one. The life you're living, the life you like. Sorry, folks, consider this an intermission while I find this music for nowadays. Come on. Gotta get my clothes up. Where is it? It's right at the beginning. It's good, isn't it grand? Isn't it great? Isn't it swell? Isn't it fun? Isn't it nowadays? There's men everywhere, jazz everywhere, booze everywhere, life everywhere, joy everywhere nowadays. You can like the life you're living. You can live the life you like. You can even marry Harry, but mess around with Ike. And that's good, isn't it great? Isn't it swell? You know, you're really pretty good. And you really are something. Coming in here like some goddamn queen bee, full of advice for a poor slop like me. Let me tell you something, Miss Velma Kelly. I got a new life now, and one of the best things is it don't include you. Listen to me. I talked to this guy in downtown. He says 1 chance hurts nothing these days, but 2, we can make a couple $100 a week. Think about it, Roxy. Faces back on the papers and name in the market. Velma Kelly and Roxy Hart. Should it be alphabetical? That could work. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chicago Theater is proud to announce for the first time anywhere that's been to enact throughout this nation not only 1 little lady, but 2. You read about them in the papers. Now here they are, Chicago's own killers, the lady sinners, Roxy Hart and Velma Kelly. You can like the life you're living. You can live the life you like. You can even marry Harry, but mess around with Ike. And that's good, isn't it grand? Isn't it great? Isn't it swell? Isn't it fun? Isn't it? But nothing stays. In 50 years or so, it's gonna change, you know. But oh, it's heaven nowadays. Alright, you babes of jazz, let's kick up the bass. Let's make this party longer. Let's make the skirt shorter. Let's all go to heaven and it makes all the people hot. Thank you, Roxy. And I would just like to thank you for your faith and your belief in our innocence. Thank you, believe us. We could never have done all this without you. That's good, isn't it great?